Hey guys, welcome back. I've just been whizzing around this morning trying to get the house a little bit neater. I'm not gonna lie, we've let it go a little bit recently. Life's just been busy. But today, I don't want to talk too long in this area because I feel like it might be echoey. I'm in our landing area. And this is the project that I want to get going on next. I've got a few items arriving today, so I'm going to show you the area. Is this on a little bit of a wonk? Hopefully not too much. Let me show you. So I'm currently stood in our bedroom here, and this is the landing on the top floor. And this is what it looks like right now. Obviously it was not the vision that we had for it. We've even got lights just casually hanging out there, and that hasn't been trimmed out, our loft. And then, I mean, this side isn't so pretty either. That's our suitcase from last weekend. We've actually decided on a few things with this side of the hallway, which I'm not getting on with like in this video, but hopefully in the next few weeks. We're taking all of this off. Now I know we spent a lot of time on this, but if I'm honest, it's going to be a hell of a big project for the house, and we've got still quite a bit to do to just like make it livable and make it nice. And making this hallway nice is going to improve our lifestyle so much. So we're taking off all of the wood, we're going to plasterboard it, and then we're going to have it plastered. So this is just going to be a straight wall. If we want to come back one day and do some kind of paneling in the hallway, we're just going to do the little bits of trim like so many people do and not have the really thick, chunky paneling. Sorry if you can hear the Sonic bars playing downstairs, but then we also obviously need to do the whole project of the stairs, actually get these back in again and get them neatened off. And we have decided to change the window. So hopefully this area in the next few weeks will be absolutely transformed. My job that I want to do today is go through all of the stuff, all of the rubbish that we've put in here. To be honest, most of it, hopefully this isn't too crazy in here, most of it is just toiletries. And so I'm hoping to box them up a little bit better so that they fit in the cupboards that we install. So I bought a load of, I think they're called iDesign boxes. They're like the clear boxes that you can also put in places like your fridge, from Amazon, which should be arriving today, so I've got my fingers crossed. Because then I want to get ridiculously organised. Like I want a box for everything. A box for spare shampoos, a box for spare gift things and cards, and just, I cannot wait for this wardrobe because I thrive on being organised and having things in place, and that's something that with a renovation you just don't have. And I think, unfortunately, it starts with everything getting very messy. It's got to get worse before it gets better, right? Ah, these are the little handles for our loo seat. Gotta get Ollie to put those on this weekend. You know what? It's not actually going too badly. I've categorized it into like travel, sun cream, spares, Ollie's stuff, my stuff, bags, and the boxes that I said I got just arrived. These aren't all of them actually, so they're obviously coming separately, but these are them that I designed. They are for the pantry, but I thought that they'd be perfect. I think potentially 3 of these can fit on one shelf in our cupboard, so that would be great. And these are the ones that I was thinking of doing toiletries with, so I'm going to see how some of the stuff fits in them now. At the point where I just know that I've totally under-ordered the amount of boxes that I need. Really love them though, think that they're great. So I've got like spare or new beauty things, teeth care, and then sun screens and after suns, Ollie's, which, I mean, oh dear, men, this is mine. Fits all in there absolutely fine. I think I'm gonna have to order him 2. Yep, he likes to look after himself. And then I need a few more for travel And I also wanted to put our like cleaning products in one, and like spare shampoos, conditioners, and beauty bags. So though I think I might get rid of a few of these because they're starting. Well, I've had this one for years and years and years, and then some nice ones here. So yeah, I think it works. And actually, I mean, the devastating thing will be if I've totally got the measurements wrong and these don't actually fit into the shelving, but I think that they should fine. So these will all be in the cupboard, and then one will be hopefully just for like basically bathroom stuff, and then I'll be able to label them all and we'll know exactly where things are because this just gets lost. I was just thinking of popping out to HomeSense and our HelloFresh box just arrived. Pretty perfect timing. We've been subscribed to HelloFresh for, well, a long time. These are just some of our favourite recipes of theirs, which we've kept hold of because I feel sad chucking them away because they are some of our favourite recipes that we have discovered in here through HelloFresh. And so I'm so excited that they are today's sponsor. If you don't know, they are a meal kit service. I'll open this up and show you how it works. Honestly, I think the only way that Ollie and I get vegetables into our diet is because of HelloFresh. So once you set up your account on their website, or you can also do it through their app, you get a choice of weekly recipes. So for example, this week we have Mexican style cheeseburger, smoky barbecue chicken and black bean loaded wedges, Herbie roast chicken, roast potatoes and gravy, one that I'm saving for Sunday, and creamy truffle, mushroom and spinach pie. They all look so good, and then inside you get these bags which have a number on them. So this one, for example, is number 21, so that correlates to recipe 21, and this is all you need. You pop this into your fridge, and then in the evening or lunch, whenever you're ready to have your meal, you just grab it out, and all of the ingredients are perfectly portioned inside so that you can just get on and do the meal. It saves so much time, all of that thinking and organising and getting ingredients in for each week. We got to a point where I'm sure many of you will know where we were having the same meal again and again and again each week because we just didn't have the inspiration. When we got to the supermarket, we were tired, it was the end of the working day, and we were just walking up and down the aisle thinking, well, what do you want for dinner? Not really sure, couldn't get inspired. Since we changed to HelloFresh, things have changed completely. Ollie actually comes home and wants to cook because you don't have to think, you can just take your mind off of it, you can get involved in the recipe and totally enjoy. And it has honestly transformed our evenings and made it a lot easier to eat well-rounded meals, dare I say it, instead of takeaways or fast food. It must have been well over a year ago now that I subscribed, and I thought I'll just see how this goes, and I just haven't looked back ever since. So if you are interested, I will leave my code on the screen here. Highly recommend if life's busy, you've got a lot going on, and you just want something simplified in your life, but you also enjoy eating good, healthy food. They have lots of different kind of genres that you can pick from. So at one point we were eating their, I think it's like under 600 calorie meals. I'll put it on screen if I got that wrong. But you can also do family meals, quick speedy meals, which is another one of our favorites and we often go for every week, ones that are like under 30 minutes. And I can honestly say that we have never had a bad meal from them. In fact, we're always pleasantly surprised, like, hey, I cooked this, and it turned out really well. And then some of your other ingredients come in this bag, which is all cooled, so it keeps it nice and fresh. I'm gonna pop this all into the fridge, but later this evening, I will show you what we cook up. And actually a while ago when it was Ollie's birthday, I said that we did 2 of our favourite salads for a few of the dishes. They were HelloFresh ones. The Waldorf salad, if you come across that on HelloFresh, you've got to try it. It is so good. And one of our staples now. And now I don't have to go food shopping, so I can go to HomeSense. I may have just spent a good 15 minutes trying to look for my purse before I left the house. Please tell me somebody else does that, because I feel like when we have a project going on, the house just goes mental, and so my mind goes mad, which is what I was saying earlier on. I'm so desperate for organisation. Anyway, I'm at HomeSense. I'm going to pop in and see if they have any clear baskety organisation stuff. I think it may be best to wait. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but IKEA do some dark wicker baskets which perfectly fit obviously into their units. So I may wait for a few of those because size-wise I was going to say I should have bought my tape measure. Anyway, let's see what they have. I got quite a few of these, but I don't think they're what I'm looking for. I'm not sure I love this. I do love these though, but I've got no need for them. I was actually pretty successful, as you may be able to see. I actually got some things that I was looking for. The range that I was saying about, that I design boxes, there were some of them in there. What are the chances? So I picked those up, and I may have picked up some other things that I probably don't need, but definitely liked. First off, probably a very random one, but wrapping paper. I actually really struggle with male wrapping paper, something that doesn't look too young but also isn't too feminine. So I picked up these planes, can't hold them, and I just thought they were the most gorgeous colours. So you got the green, the kind of like steel blue and navy blue there. I really love them. In fact, I was thinking, because I lovely craft paper, I might go onto the brand and see if I can find some any other colours, because these are so versatile for so many things. These were probably a little bit of a splurge, but I do have something in mind, and they were a good price. So they're obviously little candle holders. Excuse my nails, by the way, if you can see them. I know they're dreadful. We're back into the DIY and I'm just not looking after them. These were $4.99, did I say that? Lovely little dinner candle holders. And again, glass, really versatile, although I do have my birthday in mind, so I picked up 3 of the little sizes. And then they also had their 3 slightly bigger ones, exactly the same design. Love those. And I love celebrating, so I'm looking forward to getting them out around my birthday. And you know, with things like that, like with vases, and like the more the merrier, you can never have enough. Now this is actually a present for Ollie. I may have told this story before, but I picked up a blanket like this in HomeSense a while ago, shopping with Ollie, and he did the typical thing where he was like, do you really need another blanket? And I was like, this one, I feel like this one's going to be really great, I need this one. Brought it home. After a little while, we were literally fighting over it. Ollie really wanted it. My friend recently came to stay, and we popped into HomeSense and they had these, and she had been snuggling in our one the night before, so she picked up one. When we came home, Ollie was like, did you pick me up one? And I was like, oh dear. No, I hadn't. So I picked up this one. We've actually got a slightly darker one. They're not the most beautiful thing. I'm sure I saw you, showed you the other one that I picked up. But they are so comfy, so soft, and just so like a hug. I think my friend, when she came around, she was literally like cuddled up all in it. And it does feel like that. It's so, so soft. So they're just like these like faux fur, super soft blankets with a bit more of like a velour bit inside. But they're really warm and snuggly and lovely for this time of the year. So pick that one up, Ollie. Slash, he might have the darker one and I'll have that one. And then what I actually did go in for, you would have seen, I picked up some of these boxes. Actually, I'm not sure if this one is an iDesign one. Looks like the same branded one, but this one has a lovely lid. And I'm thinking it could be quite good for littler items that I might want to separate. And then two of this size with a lid, which also I thought could be useful for, I don't know, I'm not quite sure until I know what I'm putting in them. But I got two of those. There was a bigger one as well, but because I didn't have my tape measure, I didn't know if that would fit, so I had to leave those. And then, I mean, this I really don't need. I don't even decorate for Easter. The lady at the till loved it as much as I did though. So cute. It is so cute. I just couldn't leave it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I probably won't do much with it over Easter. Just so adorable. I mean, how could I leave that there? Yeah, he was $3.99. Super sweet. Then coasters. I was going to say I don't love them, but I do, I like them. I may have searched a little bit harder for some, but I tend to do this. I wait for things and then it gets annoying because we need coasters, and we need coasters on our dining room table. When friends come around, we just need something quick and easy and light. I've got some marble ones, but I find them annoying. I put them in the drawer and then they're just like clumpy and rattle, and yeah. These are super, super light and really easy, and yeah, we just needed some basically. Then on my quest to be really organised this year and not forget anybody's birthday, I picked up a wine bag. This is is it Caroline Gardner? I love her like stationery card type things. And I thought this one was great because it was unisex, something for wine or champagne. And then I did pick up some cards, some that I knew that I needed. Hopefully people watching these won't see. I love cards though, and I love sending cards, but sometimes I'm not great. One gin one, just a like female birthday. So cute. I think I know who I'm sending that to. And then two guy ones as well. All in all, pretty chuffed. I think the only thing that I didn't need was him, really. Everything else is pretty practical, pretty useful. Trying to figure out what things are going in which boxes is harder than it looks. I put my ribbons, these are like birthday ribbons, into these. I got these for Benson's 15th birthday. They were so cute. Obviously I can reuse them. And this is like, that was Valentine stuff and birthday banners. And I've got a few other bits there that I need to put into a box, but more arriving from Amazon. So I'll have to figure that out. And then I also have all of this ribbon, which was used for balloons at one point. And I mean, where do I put it? I think I'm just going to have to bag it a bit like I have these, and then put it into another box, because I did have it all in here, and it just wasn't useful space-wise, because obviously this needs to have wrapping paper in to be useful, but kind of getting somewhere. The fridge was just being so noisy, but it stopped now. Not quite sure why that was. I'm going to make a start on dinner. It's a little bit early, but Ollie should get home soon, and I've got a lot of things that we need to do this evening, so I'm going to make a start. I'm going for the smoky barbecue chicken and black bean loaded wedges. Partly because I think this will be one of Ollie's favourites, and he's had a tough week this week, so I'm going to get going on this one. I need bag 36.
What you cooking?
I'm cooking something I think you'll like. I got you a present.
Is it a blanket?
No. Well, maybe stand here, close your eyes, and hold your hand out.
One or both?
One. Don't peek.
Where have you hidden it?
Okay, you got the glow.
Oh, God.
I'm joking. I didn't actually get you.
I mean, it's sweet, but I was a little bit confused.
Feeling very full. Ola has just run upstairs to cut some wood for the wardrobes, for the doors basically, so that hopefully I can prime them tomorrow. So I'm gonna go and help him with that, but I will see you in the morning. It's still pretty messy in here, isn't it? As you can see, last night I moved in that unit. We ended up deciding to keep it for now until the cupboards are done, so that we can hold the storage on it, which totally makes sense, and I don't know why I didn't think of that. But I've started putting all the boxes on, and a few other things arrived, one of which isn't very pretty. I ordered 2 options for a medical box, and one was really cute and tin and looked lovely, but it was about this big, and I thought, not a lot's gonna fit in there, and it didn't have compartments. And I saw the same kind of one in HomeSense which said ouch, and so sweet, but unfortunately I have to go for the non-aesthetic one, which is the one that I thought I would potentially have to go for. Not pretty, is it? But it does, if I can open it, open up with lots of tiers so that I can put, plasters in here and other bits and bobs, and then bigger things down the bottom so you can find it a lot easier. Is this really boring for you guys? Sometimes I do wonder what I'm sharing and whether you find it interesting, but I feel like this is a big part of doing the cupboards and making them, I don't know, useful. And then the other thing, which is a little bit more pretty, is the handles that I picked up. I did get the paint yesterday, and then these, let me open it. You may be able to recognise these because they're on our kitchen cabinets, in another colour on our kitchen cabinets, and they kind of perfectly match our door handles. So I've got 4 of those for the doors. I'm not sure if you saw this, but in not such great news, this is the wrapping paper that I bought yesterday. Doesn't fit in the box. It's a fraction too big for the wrapping paper box. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But anyway, I'm sure you guys have seen enough organising. We are slowly, I say slowly getting on with the wardrobes, but we're getting on with the wardrobes behind the scenes now, and that'll be coming out in one video so that you see it from start to finish. Probably in the next few weeks or so now, we have the most hectic few weeks going on. I'm feeling, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I'm feeling quite overwhelmed at the moment. It's all kind of positive stuff. We're going away on holiday, which is really exciting, but we kind of booked it last minute, and now it feels a little bit oh gosh, we're actually doing this in a few weeks. So we're going away just before my birthday, so just before my 30th birthday, which is the beginning of March. So we're going away the end of February. And at just about the same time, we're having the first fix for the plumber come in and the electrician, so we've got a little bit of work to do for that. But at the same time, probably for my birthday, we get back, my birthday's over a weekend, so we get back on the Friday morning, I think, and the green room, which has all the boxes in, is going to have to be torn apart and the bed taken away because, cutting a long story short, there's pipes in there that the plumber needs to get to be able to do the piping in our bedroom, so that shiplap on the wall is going to have to be coming off, which is something that we've started to think about. And then by the time that it's my birthday, for people to stay, we're going to have to put it back together. Honestly, I don't quite know how all of that is going to happen in the time frame, as well as work and other commitments. But then anyway, I'm in my sports gear today because I've started going swimming again. And it's so nice. I love swimming. It's just something that my heart, I think, needs, and probably my mind and body needs too. So I'm gonna head there today to hopefully chill me out a little bit. But I also need to tidy up this mess. It's actually not looking too bad. And I will catch you guys in the next one. I hope that you're all good. I always feel January, February can feel a little bit like this. It's the beginning of the year, or at least I find, but I know a lot of people who I talk to feel the same, is that you want to achieve so much in the year, and January feels like this head start that you've got to get going and get things done, and obviously everything in life takes longer. Like our bedroom downstairs, I'm already like, gosh, January's gone, and even though we made good progress, we're still a long way from completing it. And then I think it was just yesterday, everybody who's coming to our wedding has been asking for questions like, have you booked your flight yet? What's happening with this? And we're like, yeah, it's ages off. And then we tallied the amount of months that it is, and we were like, oh, yeah, okay, we understand now why you guys want to get organised. We're just so not there yet, but yeah. Lots of organising to do in the next few weeks. I think it is that kind of like January, February feeling. But anyway, we're into February, guys. New month ahead, things are getting warmer, the days are getting lighter, and it always makes me feel good just to be getting on with things in the house, even if it's just little tidying things. I'm gonna go now because I'm just absolutely rambling on. Hope you have the most wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.